Well folks, a very good morning to you. Welcome to Lincolnshire, Cockney Kayaker here. It is Thursday the 29th of February. A bit odd to say that really, isn't it? 29th of February. But of course we're in a leap year. So that's the reason why, every 4 years. Anyway, welcome to the next instalment of this 4+2 project, which I have to say so far has been a pain in the backside. I've had leaks that I've discovered around the windows. Basically the two side ones, there's been problems. I have had to try to stop those leaks by putting a foiled paper on the outside, which has worked. So that's given me the opportunity to now start hopefully to make some progress on the inside. So like I said before, this at the minute I've been at the stage where one something that I've tended to solve, or some progress that I've tended to make, has been knocked back by something that I've found, and which has been sort of leaks really. Now there's no point in actually masking over leaks on a boat, is there? You know, I can do this boat one of two ways. I can either do it properly or I can bodge it, and I think for me that's a no-brainer. It's got to be done properly, and that's what I'm trying to do. Now I was planning on changing the windows, and it's something that I may have to do, but at this moment in time I'm going to try to keep the windows and see where we go from there. And if it's something that I have to do, then I'm going to have to do it. So where we stand at the moment is that the toilet's pretty much done. As you can see, it's all painted with light grey bilge paint, and you know, that's easy to keep clean. I've just got to put the ceiling on, which is a carpet wrapped around some ply, and the floor. Now the floor I'm going to do with this foam type EVA, you know, which it's like, I think it's an anti-slip as well. So when I do the cockpit area, I'm just going to make sure I order enough to put in there. I think that looked quite nice in there. So I was getting leaks around starboard side windows here and port side windows there. It was running down and it was accumulating down here, and I think I'm now on top of it, because last night here in Lincolnshire it absolutely hammered down and everything is bone dry. So you know, the tape on the outside, you can sort of see it here. That's kind of basically stopped it temporarily, so I can carpet on the inside, and then I'm going to reseal the windows with some CT1 on the outside, and I've got new stainless bolts as well, which cost an absolute fortune. What I have noticed is every now and again, this is the anchor locker. And what I've noticed every now and again is a little droplet come down here of water, and I think it is a weak area of a boat. So what I am going to do is, when I get onto the outside, I'm going to clean that locker out, acetone it, and fiberglass it, and put a new layer of fiberglass in, and some paint, because it is renowned to be a weak area on most boats. So there we go. So I think now we're nice and dry. Oh look, there's a spider. Taking residency in my boat. So today's job, I've got some darkened film, security film to go on these windows. I'm not sure how they're gonna go on, because these are obviously polycarbonate and they're generally designed for glass. But anyway, I've bought some really good quality stuff, and that's a job that I'm going to do today. I shall show you. That, and I'm hoping to at least get this section here and this section round here carpeted, and again I'll show you that today, and then I can start putting, at long last, this galley area in here, which is going to be made of pine. So yeah, now it's nice and dry in here. I'm reasonably confident that I've sorted out all these leaks. I can crack on. What I did want to show you is one of the, obviously when you buy a boat, it's very hard to see what's going on under the floor. We'd have a table that goes here, and the table drops down, and you make the sort of double bed there. There's the plate that goes over the table stand. That's what the table stand goes into. So one of the concerns is, and it's not something that you can really do, I suppose, when you're looking at a boat, is to take this plate up, which I've done, to see if the foam below is dry. And luckily for me, that is bone dry. So, and I've taken there's another one as well, a bit further behind me, which I've taken up, and that is bone dry as well. So that's a good sign that the whole of this boat, etc., that the floor is nice and dry, because if it wasn't, that is major work, major headache. So there we have it. That's about as far as I've got. You know, up until now, I've been finding problems rather than being able to make what I would call any kind of progress. I've got all my carpet, I've got all my high temperature adhesive, so I've got everything to crack on. So by the weekend, I'm hoping that you know, this is all going to be carpeted, and I can even, fingers crossed, be starting on the galley area, which will then, for me, I feel like I'm making a bit of progress. You know, it's a big old boat, this, compared to my 535, and that means a bigger area, bigger expense, more work. But slowly but surely we're getting there. I did have a couple of days recently where it all kind of got to me, become quite overwhelming, and basically because of the leaks, I was finding these leaks. Sometimes you just need a day away from it and think about things, and then come back to it and you know, crack on again. So at the minute I'm motivated, so I'm going to crack on with these windows. So let's cut the film and get going. Alright, so there we have it, the finished job. All these bubbles that you can see here, that's the rain droplets on the outside. There are some little creases in it, which I'm not sure will come out as it dries, I don't know. But I can sort of live with that, really. You can see the difference between that and that. So Just have to see how it dries really. I've put a hairdryer on it just very lightly to help get rid of some of the excess water. So yeah, let's get the other window done. That's the starboard side all done. And I have used UV resistant film for these windows, and that's the port side done. So we've still got all these bubbles that I can't get out. I'm hoping it's going to be a bit like wallpaper, you know, where as it dries the bubbles go. If not, well, it's better than what it was. So we'll just have to see how it dries. That's all I can do. But I tell you, it's made it a hell of a lot darker in here. Much darker. I don't know whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. Right, so the next job that I want to do today is to get some of this four-way stretch carpet in. So this is where the galley's going to go, this grey area here. So I'm leaving that as it is. So I'm carpeting from under here, down here. Sorry, I don't know if you can see that, down there to this profile here, all the way to the nose, up to the anchor locker, across and up that way. So that will be one section on the starboard side. The same for the port side, although it will go right down to that corner there. Once that's in, I can then from there come up and carpet just so it's onto this section of the ceiling and get all this bit in here. Let's get the carpet and let's make a ball up of this. Right, so this is the four-way stretch carpet that I've bought. It's called Smoke Grey, and I think it's just a practical colour to have in a boat. So I'm going to do this section first. I've just got, this is the backrest support. Just got to go to cut round there. So basically, I'm just getting this little section in here. So let's see how we get on. Well, it's been a long day at the office. Managed to get the port side and starboard side windows, the film put on there, and some of the carpeting done. The carpeting was a nightmare, but I think I've done the worst of it. So let's spin the camera around and show you what I've done. So there we go, there's the carpet, the first part, and I think it looks rather smart. There we go. Getting up to that point at the front of the boat there was a nightmare, as it always is. There we go, around to there. And this bit needs another coat of grey, and I can, that's where my galley's going to go. So as I say, I think that's the worst part. Doing this section here is the worst part. The next section goes from under here up and to there on both sides. So all that section there will be done, and likewise all this section here will be done. It's rather quite dark in this boat now, the windows like that. So that won't be so difficult. And then that section is a section on its own there, and this section right above my head is another section, and this section here. So a day's work to get that done. So hopefully by the next update all the carpeting will be done. The windows, the front window will be, I'll have some film for that, and on the outside of my windows I've just got to put a bead of CT1 round, no stainless bolts. I think in total there's 165 bolts, a lot of bolts. So yeah, so that should all be done, all carpeted, and work on the galley, and then really that's probably about it in here. Job will be done, and then it'll be a case of getting out in the cockpit area and cracking on with that. And I'm hoping now I'm not going to run into any more surprises. I mean, you're bound to, aren't you? Doing sort of 50-plus-year-old boats up, you're always gonna spring a surprise. But by and large, you know, having the dehumidifier in here is really works well. It takes away all the condensation. So I've been running that every single night. And a couple of nights where it's really dropped cold, I've had my heater in here as well. So just to keep it sort of dry. So before the day's out, I'm just going to give this galley area another coat, and hopefully that will be the end of it. And as I say, by the next time we're here, carpeting done, windows all done, and start work on the galley, which I've pretty much got all the materials. I've got my sink, got my burner. I need the sink to be plumbed in. I've got to put the water, I've got 120 litre water container to go on the front that can go back. So yeah, at last, fingers crossed, I'm making a little bit of progress. So thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed this update, give it a thumbs up and a like. Please subscribe, I really do appreciate it. Any comments, you know, this is all new to me, you know, this is only the second boat that I've done. I'm still very much learning. So all your comments are really much appreciated. I really do enjoy reading them. But until the next time, until the next update, safe and happy boating.